We're live. Probably were live a moment ago, but there was a delay in my thing that I look at. So who knows? But we're live now. We're going to be doing more gold conquests with the Arisham list du jour. Do we want to try for White Hot Room? I guess I don't see why not. Welcome, welcome. A good afternoon to you folks. We're doing gold conquests with my hopefully decent... Oh my god, what? How do you not snap on that, Alex? Well, I don't know. So my opponent has a truckload of mana, but is permanently locked out of White Hot. I don't normally like playing Sauron because it kills Blob, but it is going to help Red Skull here a bunch. Hello, Hail Satan Luxie. Of course, I forgot already that my opponent has 1,000 mana. I guess we just... There's already an argument. Do I throw my Colossal Red Skull in Throne Room and just call it a day? I do not have an otherwise very huge card to take it. I do have a Shang-Chi. Instead of pulling invoices, have you considered just not doing your job? You know, just, So what I am kind of hoping here is that he plays yet another card in Wakanda and Debris fills him up and I can maybe get bigger than him. But I actually don't know if I can get bigger than him because he's got 12. I'm only being an 8. I don't know if I like Debris there. Let's do maybe this. Well, shoot. I really don't like getting rid of the potential of getting rid of Shang-Chi. This way, he will keep priority.
Doom rules all.
And notably, the Debris left plan would have worked. So he is priority. I can do a little something like this. The challenge here is if he's smart. I mean, I'm fine. I'm not going to snap. I think that this is okay. I think this is okay. I think likely, if he's real smart about it, he would play some like medium cards so that the Shang-Chi kills the top end, but then he remains big. Swordmaster is going to get possibly over the top. So I like this. Not going to snap, but I think I have what it takes to remain over the top here. Oh, that maybe complicates things here. Yep, he's big enough by virtue of those being exactly 7. That was an impossible line to find. That's fine for 1 cube. Oh, and I forgot about the extra point on Meek. That's good to know. Now, you're pulling invoices. I would guess, because, like, your boss has told you to pull invoices, or you feel the natural just inclination to pull invoices, have you considered going to your boss or whomever's responsible and say, hey, I spoke to Nate. He says that maybe instead of pulling invoices, I should just watch the stream. And just see how that goes. Have you considered that? I'm just spitballing here. Alright, so what I will be doing is roguing his Quinjet and Loki. Do I even snap back here? That's aggressive. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So I am snapping back, and there's absolutely an argument to not do this. I'm not going to be Lokiing a very huge hand, and I'm throwing my fate to the Loki wins, and he might have otherwise good cards. But I need to burn through a lot of these keys. So we're going for the gusto. But please, nothing. All right, sure. Not sure what that means. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to Doc Ock his Clintar and make a colossal symbiote, which I will then remove with Shang-Chi. That is the plan. The question is, do I want to hold Enchantress? I don't think that there's a compelling reason to do so. What I can do is maybe next turn even do a Shang-Chi Cersei business. So we're going to do that. Oh, shit! What are the odds? I mean, I guess that makes sense. He himself has these cards. So he might be on the exact same play. Which is to say, I might be getting my Took as Shang-Chi next turn. We'll see. Hello, Beesworth. Oh, let me just fill up. Oh, that's actually so good with Clintar. No, that's so good for Clintar too. Like that he's getting rid of his cards. He has a completely empty hand, and I have a colossal lead on the board. So we are in a commanding position. The Arisham gods determine what happens next. But boy, was that insane. We are Arisham gamers. Alright, sure, Ghost. Put that there. We don't want to see... You know what, Beesworth? That's all we're asking for. Enchantress. Alright. I have almost certainly won this game. I can't imagine a single draw that he has that wins this. And the reason that I won this is not necessarily because I'm good at this game, although I am, and I am going to win this game. It's just Arisham. It's just whatever Arisham does. So, Beesworth for clarity. And I know this doesn't make any kind of sense without context. I will provide a little bit of context that I think might put it partially in relief. Every week in Marvel Snap, a new card comes out. Some of them powerful, some of them medium, some of them. The card that came out yesterday at noon, we're talking about only 24 hours ago, is just bonkers. It's so interesting and maybe good and maybe not good, but just unique. That everyone in Marvel Snap... Do I snap on Loki? I kind of want to. I think I will. Snap! Everyone in Marvel Snap right now is either playing the new card or playing decks that are designed to counter the new card. And the new card has so much randomness to it that it's just bonkers. Everyone's having a wonderful time. And including me. And in fact, the last game that I won was just a cacophony of weirdness that was only possible because of the new card. Well, I don't love him filling up that lane. I can't think of what that might be. Yeah. He fills up... I guess he's planning on going big there. So, we are both interested in Doc Ocking here. If he snaps, that probably means Doc Ock is coming. But me playing Doc Ock here is... yeah, is that his Doc Ock? Yep. Fortunately for me, Shang-Chi is... oh, Shang-Chi not coming.
Enchantress.
Doom rules all.
So that is an unfortunate sequence of events. Had I had priority, the things would be flipped there. That said, I don't hate my position. My opponent might snap back.
Opponent snapped.
What he's banking on is his Sunspot and/or Thena getting big enough to beat me there. And I'm just wondering if, through a combination of, hey, take it easy, Hail Satan, I hope you come back as soon as you can. Will next turn, like, I'd be able to do some combination of Shang-Chi or Hit Monkey to get big enough? And I think the answer is no. I think I could almost certainly win left, but there's no combination of cards that lets me win both left and right. So I'm going to retreat there. Fine play by my opponent. Just that priority flip was unfortunate. Brian, if you're there, did I send you the photograph that I took at the Pittsburgh International Airport? Actually, I should have played that Uatu. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just holding cards in hopes of drawing Loki, but that's probably an incorrect line. Alright, so recently I was home in Pittsburgh visiting family, and I was at the airport, and they have... I don't know what you call it, but like the sports store. It's like 100% jerseys and, you know, that kind of thing. And they had a clearance, I don't know what you call it, like an island, you know, that, like articles of clothing were hanging in a circle around a thing. And as I said, it was clearance. And the entire island was Kenny Pickett jerseys. 100% of the island. And I sent Catherine a picture, and she said that they were not discounted enough for it to be worth it for her. My opponent has very odd snap patterns here. He really should be snapping more aggressively. That said, my opponent... I could have seen Loki coming. My opponent manually played the Wolverine Orcus Forge, which is a very strange choice. So he could have right now Absorbing Man, which is not great. That feels like an... oh, okay. Well, the question is... can he get big enough in 2 lanes? And snapping here is probably a fallacy, because... now, what does that mean? My opponent... what is that, like a Cersei middle? I am absolutely gonna... I almost want to snap back. And just play for all the marbles here. We're playing for all the marbles. This is maybe ill-advised. I have no idea what that snap means. Like maybe he drew a Darkhawk into something that he's gonna be big enough? I don't know. The question is just where am I playing this Uatu? I think probably that's correct. And just we hope for the best. I have priority. I can't think... I mean, if he does a Shang-Chi middle Hail Mary, sure. That was a pretty small blob. Yeah, that's fine. very strange. Like, that was pretty predictable, and I could win that. I think my opponent just wanted to get out of the game. And I was happy to let him. Keeping it going. And let me apologize for not offering you the economic opportunity of a lifetime to get yourself a Kenny Pickett jersey on deep discount from the Pittsburgh International Airport. That said, there were so many of them, I wouldn't be surprised if they were even a bigger deal today. I know that you are a huge Kenny Pickett fan. I should have better known better. You don't, I haven't heard. So I forget what the original, like, you could tell what they were originally charging for them. I want to say, like, the original price was something like $80-some, and I think that they were on sale for like $30 or $40. So it was like half off, but we're still talking $30 or $40, which is a smidge more than 30 cents. Separately, you know, I don't know if I've talked about hanging out with my friends in Pittsburgh while we were watching a Steelers game, like in the past season or two, when the Steelers were not very good. And just the simultaneous, like, we are fans, but also shitting on our own team, is an incredible dynamic. I've not really seen anything quite like that, but it was really something. Opponent playing Erisham, of course. I don't know if just having Loki in your opening hand is a snap, but given that it's the first match, given that I have no other play, I guess it's good to get up. This is maybe a snap here. Well, welcome, Gripsmoke Tecmo. I was just talking about NFL legend Kenny Pickett, and how when I was in the Pittsburgh International Airport recently, there were many Kenny Pickett jerseys available on clearance that I did not purchase, and I feel like I let my friends down, not, you know, purchasing for them a significant number of Kenny Pickett jerseys. Yeah, I let both of you down, and I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to forgive myself. I hope you will be able to forgive me. Alright, so this is pretty good. I've gotten some downright excellent cards from my opponent. I'm going to be able to... This is a fun thing here. If my opponent has Shang-Chi, which he might, I'm going to be able to spread my Colossal Power around all of the lanes. And an Iron Man, like, it seems unlikely that my opponent's really going to be able to meaningfully compete here. Okay, well, that'll do it. And he's going to make a... That'll do it for sure. I did not get a way to deal with that, except for Iron Man is pretty huge. The question now is, if I fear a Shang-Chi, it's going to make my Scar more expensive, and I think... that this is the... Is this the play? Because next turn, it's just Arashim, and I hope for the best. I'm really fearful that he's going to do some kind of thing that's going to... I'm not sure the right play here. I'm a little cooked if he throws down a Mystique. And I mustn't forget that he himself has a Colossal card. I think that this is the play.
I I am Iron Man.
Kind of forgot that the vibranium mine screws me up a little bit there. So now, if my opponent has a Shang-Chi, I'm not in a great spot. That said, they have the priority. That takes me up to 35. I think I just want to go... If he's Shang-Chi's middle, I lose. If he's Shang-Chi's middle, I win. But what's the most likely Shang-Chi location for him? Is it middle? Is it left? This is tough. There's a lot of plays that he can do. And this Arishem right, no, there's no way. He's not going to run Zola in an Arishem deck. He might have a random Zola, of course. This just... It seems unlikely that he's going to go any bigger on the right. I'm comfortable. I think that this is the play. Well, wait, why is the... Oh, the Annihilus was his bigger card. Oh, that was bad. I could not have won that, I don't think. No, I could not have won that. But retreating, I was not going to be able to find. I clocked in my head that his Taskmaster was the thing that he made huge from the Krakoa. But it was not. It was the gigantic Annihilus that came down. It was unfortunate that the thing that my Krakoa hit was 7 cost card. Well, that's friggin' huge. We'll snap on that, sure. Unless, pretty sad if my opponent just Daily Bugled my very fortunate blob. Question is, am I going to eventually Loki, or do I want to Uatu on Nidavellir? I think I probably am going to eventually Loki. Ah, is that what he got from... No, that's what he got from Mirage. Alright, so we're doing this with the Attilan of it all. Ah, he got my Enchantress. He did not get my very lucky Valentina block. That's an interesting interaction with a Valentina blob that it goes to... Oh, well, Loki's a pretty cool thing to pull there. Opponent just runs crossbows. Sure, why not? Do I want to do a little something like this? 17. God, Darkhawk is just overwhelming. I am sad I don't have Darkhawk, and it doesn't make sense for me to purchase it on account of... Oh, Crystal actually makes his Darkhawk a little bit smaller, so that's nice. It doesn't make any sense to purchase Darkhawk, because he's going to be in a cache in like 1 or 2 weeks. But I don't have it. It's very strange for somebody at my collection level to just not have Darkhawk. So it's likely that my opponent can cook me here, because I'm going to get just a little bit bigger in right. And so if he plays anything in either of these lanes, I'm going to lose. Yeah, Iron Man, of course.
I am.
And I'm just going to tie mid. It is what it is. Yeah, not getting Darkhawk in those situations is just a bit of a bummer. Always gonna lose that. It's just a shame. The Arisham RNG gave to me the previous game. I'll give my opponent a fist bump there. And took away in that game. And it just is what it is. Keeping the gold tickets going. There are so many. Also, a preemptive happy 4th of July to everybody. I am so sorry that it is 101 degrees in Sacramento. It's funny, my initial thinking upon seeing Shauna in my hand is excitement, because the most recent deck that I was playing before Arisham was a Zoo deck. So this is pretty dangerous, what I'm about to do. I'm going to get the Abbey, and I'm doing that for the card draw, but I'm really starting to clog myself. Opponent snaps. I think there's a real argument to leave here, but just on the back of me getting the Abbey and having Quinjet down. I don't know what that snap means. I mean, maybe he's getting the Abbey, and he will get that if he's actually playing 2 cards. But he is not. I will get it, and those are decent enough hits. Get my card draw. And Nick Fury's a great thing to get. Yeah. I had priority, and that's not going to work, buddy. We're going to put Widow's Bite there, and we're going to put Nick Fury here. I'm in an okay spot here. Pretty clogged, but we're going to have options. Quinjet is down. I would hate for this to be like a green goblin or something.
A little late.
Is Heimdall gone away? Okay, sure. My Loki would have loved that. I have exactly 1 ongoing card. Living Tribunal, not, you know, the best here. Do we want to do something like Living Tribunal Spectrum Absorbing Man? We might like that. And we're in a good spot because we do have Enchantress if they put down a Colossal Darkhawk. Yeah, okay, we were hoping to see that. So what I can do here... This is turn 5. And then next turn I can Enchantress... Do I want to not Mockingbird? Do I think that there's any chance that he's going to screw me up there? I'm not overly worried about it. I guess we want a Spectrum there because that just gives me, well, we'll do this.
Knowledge is power.
Snap.
This is how we win if we win. And perhaps we don't win. That's totally fine. We might not win. That's okay. A little scared about what that hits. I don't remember what that card was. But that's enough for... that's enough for right and left there. Or right and middle, rather. We take those. We take those. Boy, I honestly don't even know if I should be playing this game right now without Darkhawk. And Crossbones is a... I guess that makes sense. I guess it's kind of on curve and you can be ahead on... I can see that argument. It's not twice I've seen Crossbones in my opponent's Arisham deck, having seen it not at all yesterday. I don't love throwing Mysterio down just yet. I'll feel dumb if I draw Mockingbird. Opponent has Red Hulk in hand. Good to know. I drew Mockingbird! Who knew? So what I'm going to do is, even though this isn't going to... This Mysterio is not going to stop a rock on Eternity range. If I do end up receiving the rock, I want it to be on a lane where I've got my 4-power Mysterio. This is a good question. I could easily afford Darkhawk. The thing was, whenever Darkhawk was, I guess, quote-unquote, introduced... There's no quote-unquote. It just... Whenever Darkhawk was introduced, I'm going to... not Loki this turn. I'm going to snap. That was when they were still doing regular series drops. They're like, okay, we're going to come out with new cards. The Series 5 will go to 4, the 4 will go to 3, and it seemed like that was going to be a pretty regular thing. And Darkhawk was a very early release. It was... Oh my god, Agatha. Hey, welcome to the party. Please, not right. Okay, that's not great, but better than right. And so then they changed the whole system. And then... I don't love any of this stuff. I guess I want to... Loki swap? I want to just try that. I still got my big cards in my deck. So every passing day, week, month... oh, that's a bummer for everybody involved. Was... Oh, this is so dirty. Welcome to the party, pal. We're going to Fastos after... Next turn... I guess, like, is there an argument... Quantum Tunnel is hard. This is actually... I could definitely win left, but if he plays just a great big Red Hulk... I'm not thrilled about it. I just hope that I pull a big thing in Quantum Tunnel. So they were going to drop... Darkhawk, and then they just didn't drop Darkhawk. I rather like stealing that. And then... Yeah, a naked Shang-Chi left actually just cooks me, though. I don't know how much I ultimately care about that. This way I get to spend all of my mana, though. That's nice. And we're gonna ship it. Yeah, no, that's a completely reasonable course. It's just why I didn't ever get Darkhawk. And then finally it's back in a thing. Something big. Yeah! Alright, this is probably... I can't imagine I lose this. What could he possibly get from Quantum Tunnel? Something... No, we did it. We did it. Get out of here. Now, that said, playing this week, it really, 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 really feels bad. I really... Like, it's very suboptimal to not just have... Yeah, M'Baku almost. He tried. He did his best. I am handicapping myself by not spending the 3,000 tokens to purchase Darkhawk, but because it's going to be in a cache in a couple of weeks, it's just foolish to get it in advance. But I wouldn't be surprised. I've actually thought about this before. I have to have one of the highest collection levels that doesn't have Darkhawk. I wouldn't be surprised if I was #1 in the world. Like, I don't have an incredibly high collection level, but everybody has Darkhawk, and I don't. And it's weird. It's weird.
Taking a
Hawkeye into Queen. That's good for him. I have no play next turn, so I'm comfortable playing Patriot and getting the Sentry train going. My poor opponent didn't have a play either. Ah, well. Good with the thing with Mockingbird, though, is Mockingbird is a good good way to get to and from Morag, but I think I just have to slam that here. I could do something like this and then have more Sentinels to play around with. Maybe that's the play. Colson, how big is your hand? I guess this hand is pretty big. Well, that's so funny. So I can trigger Nomura on Thanos, but that would require me literally filling up mid, which seems like a disaster. I could do. Probably this is the play. I could simply try, if I really wanted to, shoot the moon. Oh no, that is, I don't think Nomura works like that. I think Nomura. Needs to be the only card not just revealed. Question: have you tried, or my understanding is that there is a digital Dune. That Darkhawk sucks. A digital Dune card game that's like a game that is a computer game that has cards that I think might be, it's based on an actual physical card game. I might have the word Imperium. And I hear it's great. So I guess my question is, I'm going to retreat later because that Darkhawk is the size of a house. How is Dune Imperium? Please give me your review. Is that something worth checking out? Is it a physical game? Is it a just digital only? Well, would you recommend it? I noticed you say you've played it past tense, and you're doing Star Wars. So, is it not great? How would you feel about it? So there's a rogue. Would have loved that last game. Yeah, it's on my kind of to-do list. More extra fun business in an Arashim deck. Is Blob just worth snapping on? I don't. That seems real aggressive, and the fact that I've got. I think I'm going to morph and then go from there. Would you now? You said there's a Steam version, but also based on the physical tabletop version. Have you played the tabletop? Oh, my opponent has got my Blob. I don't like that. Have you played the tabletop, or have you played the digital version, or both, or neither? What's the... So it would be extra fun if I had a way to throw priority here, and then I could just rogue his Blob. But I don't think there's a way to do that.
Clear for takeoff.
We have to Blob, and I could do something like rogue on the last turn. I guess I probably should have Yellow Jacketed earlier. And then, do you do mini painting and whatnot? So 6, he would go up to 8. We're doing this. He easily could win all 3 lanes against me profit, but this just seems too good to not take advantage of. I'm unhappy with a Shang-Chi right, and then mid. Yeah, I really would like to check that out. Are you still in, I want to say, Brockton? Where are you? You just, what part of Quincy? I don't know anything. So is this a Shang-Chi and 2 small cards? We're shooting the moon. Can he get 16 or bigger? He's likely to win here. Yeah. He played the identical same stuff, 2 blobs bigger than my 2 blobs, and I even had 2 extra power. He just got lucky there. It is what it is. Arisham Gamers, what can you do? Can't be mad. I am really, really, really looking forward to the, and you know what? This is not a correct snap. This is a I'm mad now snap. But I need to get through my tickets as well. In as soon as one day, but certainly in like a week from now, all of the novelty of Arisham will go away for most gamers. I am in it for the long haul. People will move on to the next thing. I love... Come on, Red Hulk, one time. Blob. God, how good am I at this game? It's unbelievable. Listen, Red Hulk, casual, that was a 1 in 17 chance? Sorry, 1 in 19 chance? Man, I'm good at this game. Anyway, in next week, people will move on to the flavor of the month. I will remain with this flavor of the month, and it's going to be great. Oh, he's running Moby. I don't like my opponent's list at all, to be perfectly honest. I don't think Mobius is good in this landscape. I think there's much better 3-drops to run. That's fine. Glad that I played the Blob. We're missing out on the Shang-Chi and the... Oh! We're not missing out on the Shang-Chi because you just get it next turn. It's just that easy. All right, so I'm going to do a little of this, a little of that, and a little of that. God, I'm so good at this game, you guys. Okay, Shang-Chi, sure. We're now hoping that he doesn't have a magical... How about another blob? Is that what you want? My buddy? My pal? Aww.
Victory.
Man, see, like that game, I feel and look like a goddamn god. There was nothing that my opponent could have done at any step of that to have any chance of winning. And that was just Arishem. And it's simultaneously both extremely fun, but can be very frustrating, certainly to play against. And so, in the coming week, whenever this leaves the meta and we're back to just me and some other lunatics playing Arishem, it's going to be a much better scene for me. Normally, Coulson in this situation is great. However, I am filling up my hand. However, there is no alternative play, so we're shipping it here. Oh, not filling up my hand. I don't hate that. I don't hate that he played Coulson there. Or, sorry, Cosmo to stop my Coulson. He might not know that he, quote-unquote, sort of helped me there. But he did. Well, that does stop me a little bit there. What do I want to play here? I guess probably Mockingbird is not coming down in cost anytime soon. And so just on some weird off chance that I get the ability to move Spider-Man, I will play Mockingbird instead of Spider-Man. Is this a snap? That might be Darkhawk. A single caught thing on 5 that's been super gianted and is a Cosmo and is therefore super safe. That might read as Darkhawk to me. Okay. Is Leader Copium? My opponent is in a very good position, because I'm not going to fight for left. I think he's just 1 left. And I'm adding 9 here and 3 here. If my opponent snaps, I want to leave. And he doesn't have... he does not have... Quinjet down. It's a real argument to me leaving here. But I think we ship it. That's the high one? Oh, it's the power, of course. Oh, I think we might have this one, folks. Yep, now it's Darkhawk. There, my opponent got a little unlucky. I have not gotten very big blobs in the past 24 hours. I haven't gotten out blobbed. I got out blobbed for the 4 cubes earlier in this one. But there, my opponent was the one who got out blobbed. Pixie's a fun card in Arishem. I like playing that. Pixie Mr. Negative. Sure, why not? Let's go nuts. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing, oh, man. Okay, so my opponent does have Mystique. That's useful. Got my casual 6-cost rogue. Perfect. I am sad I lost my blob. But it's, I guess, good to know that my opponent has Mystique. I am just bricking left and right here. So what I can do is completely throw left. in hopes of getting an impactful 6-cost card. But no, that's not going to make sense because the next card I'm going to play is Loki, which will replace it. So I'm not going to do that. Now the question is, do I want to Mr. Negative? I think I probably do. Well, no. I would rather have the Loki card. My opponent fills the raft, which is likely. Oh, no. Oh, Super Scroll, you say? Well, my opponent not filling the raft. I am also not filling the raft. Another Super Scroll, I say. So, this is good. I'm fine doing a little blob business. And getting my free cost card. Giganto. The perfect card on a full left raft. Love everything about it. Now, that said, my opponent has cooked himself a little bit here. He has lost the raft, but he does himself have a werewolf that can get over. Now, is there any Super Scroll business, like if he does, like, is this just what I'm banking on? This is suspicious. This is suspect. I mean, he's got a free 6-cost card. I hate leaving here, but I think it might be correct. I really am banking on him just trying to go nuts on Crown City and or having Darkhawk be one of his big cards. In which case, Super Scroll's huge. Oh, I also have to be careful. Ant-Man doesn't make him big enough. That's fine. This is probably a leave. How even are we? I go down to 3, and then he's at 6. I don't know how much I care. I think I'm snapping back. Not because I feel I'm particularly strong, but I would just as soon get out of this game rather than stay in with 1 cube. I am probably cooked here, but I don't want to grind it out anymore. And I'm banking on him having a big Darkhawk or something that my Super Scroll wins. And him focusing on Crown City with getting Werewolf over there. He might even leave. I don't know. Yes! Super Scroll! Super Scroll!
Behold my mighty hand.
Awesome. Awesome!
Victory.
Scroll gang! For life. Woo! Woo! Maybe I'm too cowardly. Maybe I just could have seen that coming. I don't know. It's just so funny that I got a Giganto. This is always the case. Alright, we are not going over to Orcus, because I don't want to go nutso with my hand. And now I love being in this position. Man-Thing is a thing to be aware of getting put into Grand Central. I don't want to cook myself with that, just in case that rando happens. Now, we would like to see... Oh, Super Scroll, a lovely card. We don't want to see a bad location here, which is just what we got. Fantastic, love it. Could do Man-Thing there. Hope that he puts a big old Darkhawk somewhere. Does not know that I've got my Super Scroll Coulson. Actually, I could have done... maybe the smart thing to do would have been Super Giant last turn into Scroll for a little surprise tech. We'll do Super Giant here. And then the worst... Oh, we're not at the next turn yet. We really don't want Bast to come down. Okay, great. Now, if nothing else, we got ourselves a nice Super Scroll. Well, he knows that the Super Scroll is happening, tragically. Do I maybe want to do this instead? The thing is, the thing is, if I draw a huge big boy next turn, which is possible, I simply must get scrolled down even if he sees it. I believe that this is the play. We are not thrilled if Bast comes down, but if my opponent is smart, and he probably is, he's going to be building up some power left right now, knowing that he's not going to be able to win Grand Central without some kind of super scroll of his own, or he's got Rogue. I guess I should have thought about Rogue. If my opponent has Rogue, do I have any other ongoing that can compete with it? Yeah, no, combo deaths are a lot of fun. I mean, until they're not, but yeah. Oh, notably, actually, my Super Scroll is not coming down until the end of the game, so what I need to do is not have priority, which I think is actually likely here. As long as I don't have priority going into the game. Oh my god. Well, my Super Scroll is going to be big enough to win, and I'm certainly not going to have priority. I think I might have this game. And the way that that works is this. There's no earthly way that he's going to be able to beat Double Scroll. Yeah, this is a very fun, weird set of circumstances. That Supergiant actually kind of randomly worked out. Unless there's some kind of echo madness, that would be absolutely insane. But he's simply not going to be able to compete middle, and I can't see him putting up big enough numbers right here. Yeah, Rogue doesn't work. End of game, buddy. Yeah! You're ready for the biggest Super Scroll of your life. Even bigger! Let's get some Blue Marvel on this business. That feels good. Feels good.
Victory.
Alrighty. Keeping it going. Is this... No. Keeping it going. Separately, I burned through some Infinity tickets yesterday, for better or for worse, because I had heard, number one, that there's no skill-based matchmaking in the Infinity Conquest, and I didn't know how much I did or did not believe that. And two, the people with low collection levels who just don't care or are not especially good at the game, they don't wait until the end. They just burn through it on the first day that the Infinity Conquest becomes available. And I wanted to test that out, and why not? What better opportunity than Arisham Madness Day? And that proved to be partially true. Some of my opponents were absolute lethal monsters that I either had to beat in sweaty 10-round slobber knockers, or beat me. But then there was a guy that his high rank this season was like 47. Another person that was still in the 60s and another person is still in the 70s. So here I am in the past year just grinding through my Infinity sweat fest at the end of the Infinity week. When all this time, all I needed to do was run it on the first day. That said, the whole Arisham of it all, I don't know if there's been a more kind of immediately disruptive immediate meta shifting, not necessarily permanently, but just in the immediate sense, since High Evolutionary. And frankly, I think this is more disruptive than High Evolutionary. When High Evolutionary came out, that's just what everybody was running, or counters to that as much as you could. And now it's kind of the same thing. So I don't know if I should have gone as hard with the Affinity yesterday as I did, but I did learn something. My opponent, Flooge. Pretty weak opener. That said, I can turn off the Adelan, and maybe I want to turn off the Adelan, but I might not want to turn off the Adelan. So I also don't know about. Wait, I just assumed my opponent was running. What's it called? Arishem, because everyone is running Arishem, but of course they're not running Arishem. I don't think I want to turn off Adelan and get. I do want to get new cards, but we're making the Nebulas might get uncomfortably large, and frankly, this might be their own magic. Oh, okay. Well, stealing that doesn't do a hell of a lot. But it does get another card out of my hand. The thing is, there's an argument to maybe he's got himself a Luke Cage that I want to steal later, but I just want to empty the hand. Now we picked up ourselves a Loki. Great. And a Blob. Would we prefer to hang out for Blob? What is my opponent? I think I want a Loki here. Getting rid of the Blob feels bad, but then I'm doing Warpath Namora stuff, and I don't love that. What'll it be? Ah! Got ourselves a little Spectrum ongoing business. Well, I can hang out with the Spectrum game. Question is that enough? Because he's got Ant-Man. And those ongoings aren't overly large. This is tough. Spectrum adds 2 power. I think I don't want to play U.S. Agent right, because I might end up wanting to play a big fatty there. This is tough. I'm in ostensibly a great spot. I should be able to fill up left with ongoing cards. However, if his ongoing cards are bigger, which they are there, had I played Mobius over there, I would have lost. Spectrum would not have been enough. Yeah, this is a tough spot. If he Spectrums now, I'm in a decent position with regards to Shang-Chi, I guess? Winning... I guess I'm just banking on him playing Spectrum now. And I guess I won't have priority. That's kind of interesting here. Well, actually, no, hang on. Spectrum only goes up to +2. Shoot. Shoot. Well, we're doing this turn, and then just kind of hoping for the best. I think I'm just cooked here.
Knowledge is
Yeah, no, I
power.
don't have priority, which is cool. But assuming a Spectrum middle, right is just out of reach. Right is gone. And the thing with left is I don't have anything. His Ant-Man is not going to be Shangable, so this is just a retreat, and I can't imagine he stays without something else. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know how I could have played that different. Oh! Okay, tell you, guess I could have bluffed Snap. But yeah, that's just my opponent hoping to draw Spectrum, and he didn't. It's now all of a sudden I'm very uncomfortable here. How does an Arishem deck play against a normal deck? To recalibrate my thinking. This is very, very uncomfortable. That said, Rogue is cool. Polaris gives us some stuff. Do we want to steal Ant-Man? Probably. Oh, I guess I wasn't thinking about that when I stole... my math is off there. I stole... the ongoing ability of US Agent, which made it not ongoing. So that did change the calculus a little bit. I think I want to snap here. There's absolutely an argument not to do that, particularly because they can do Spectrum for 5 mana. But I am going to get Asgard almost for sure. And I'll have Rogue getting Ant-Man sized. Ah, was not counting on that. That does screw things up a bit. I imagine I'm still going to get bigger. Can't imagine what he plays here. That's... Okay. That screws up the old... Screws up the old blob a little bit. And I was kind of banking on that. Would have been cool. So what do I want to do here? I could do something cheeky. Like, he's got 2 ongoings here. The thing is, he has proven himself willing to go to fill up lanes. So if he plays like US Agent left, I might be cooked, but I kind of like this. The alternative is a blob and then just hope for something bigger. I'm going to do this. Yeah, he did fill up.
Avengers!
Yeah, US or Spectrum's not going to get him big enough there, though. And I think just a big blob wins the day.
Victory.
I have never tried an ongoing Spectrum deck. It does not feel super good. I don't know. I also have Enchantress in my deck, which if I get on the right turn, just obliterates the whole world. Killmonger puts me in a good spot there. This is just me being cowardly, but like, if he puts he has armor. If I had a Shang-Chi, I would be snapping here, and probably this is a snap anyway. Now, is this even like is Loki good? Like, I guess Loki's good. I'm giving up Enchantress and Rogue and Blob. But getting the discount and being able to do his stuff, I kind of like. And I have priority, so he's not going to be able to stop the Loki. It is a bit of a low-key Loki. You're absolutely right. Absolutely good or even great argument against Lokiing here, but what are we doing if not having ourselves a bit of fun? Now, I did not pick up Luke Cage, which is a bummer because US Agent would have been super fun. Ah, another Rogue, he says. I don't like armor because I've got my... Oh, no, I do have Luke Cage. What am I talking about? I needed to continue moving my eyes just one to the right there. So we're going to US Agent. We're going to not Luke Cage. I think that'll be fun to have us a bit of a surprise. We'll do this. Yeah, this is a very strong Loki. I feel good about what has happened here. I'm not super chuffed if he throws down a Mobius, but what can you do? I got some turns.
Avengers! Assemble.
There's that. You son of a bitch. All it can do is... that one I'm totally comfortable. Roguing. Now, question is... How... do I want to spread things around here? This is good. And my opponent does not know that a Luke Cage is happening, so he might feel pretty good about himself.
Avengers! Assemble.
And that's good game. We like my opponent staying in here, but that said, they have shown no hesitation to retreat. Thank you. I like that. I like that gif a lot. That's great. Oh, he stayed. Hooray! I can't imagine a loss here.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, that's a casserole, as they say.
Victory.
That's an aggressive stay by my opponent. He was counting on Luke Cage doing a lot of work there. He completely threw middle and was hoping that 6 power right would do it. That bodes well. Not to disparage my opponent, but like that's a pretty objective retreat, which makes me hopeful that I will actually be able to close this out. I have gotten to so many gold 3s the past, let's call it 4 days. And then in the gold 3, I just face a very talented opponent with bad Arishem luck, and I just get mollywopped. I don't like snow guarding here, and completely filling up my hand. We'll see if I come to regret that. Anyway, not to disparage my opponent, I think they just have kind of a low collection level, is typically how this works with that. But it feels good to be ahead in gold 3 for once. I'm sorry, you gotta... Oh, Titty... I don't even... I know so little about Twitch. Like all of these emotes and like why you have that and other things, and it's very confusing to me. I think he's probably going to play left. My opponent loves filling up one lane at a time. Is there an argument to swanging? I think no. I think I just do this.
I am Groot.
Well, that's good. Well, no Cosmo. What we can do is have a really exciting Cersei here. I think we might try and get ourselves a really exciting Cersei. The thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to compete left or right. That's a Mobius. I'm not thrilled about it. I would love to be able to get this mod. So I think I might just have to call it a day on the right lane. And I'm almost certainly going to in middle lane. It's a matter of will I be able to get over the top right. We'll see how it goes. Well, I like that he's playing here, because that I'm probably putting up a bunch of numbers here unless I get very unlucky, which stranger things have happened.
Got him!
Wakanda forever.
Well, these are... If it would stop now, that would be great, but it's not, damn it. Agatha's cool. Awesome. Yeah, that's... I don't think this deck runs Shang-Chi. And you know what I can do is this. My opponent is absolutely expecting a, another turn to play around with. I don't think they can get as big as 23 middle. Yeah, I think this is just a win here. I think I snap. What am I afraid of? So if he does a, yeah, no, that's why yeah, it's gonna be great. If he does a, what is that card called? U.S. Agent. That takes me down 8 power. I go to 15. So he needs to still add 10 power. I don't think he can do that. The only question is this the smarter play? I think it might be. I don't think that he's putting... I mean, if he does a U.S. agent right, that's a hero call. I don't think he's doing that. Yep. We did it! We did it!
Victory.
We did it. It didn't matter where I put Mockingbird, but we did it. Feels good to finally win a gold 3. It has been a minute. And by a minute, I mean a few hours. But, like, I have gotten to some gold 3s and fallen down, and that feels bad. Cool beans. This is super fun. I am going to call it here. I don't know if break is the right term. I am going to end the stream, but I will be turning it back on in the evening, almost certainly. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. It is super duper fun. Double Knight, we're going to talk more about the Dune Imperium game. I would like to know more, particularly if that's something that we could play online. But please, 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 not to sound too thirsty about it, come hang out next time. This is so much fun. I love doing it, and I love doing it with an audience, particularly folks that I know. So great to see you guys, and we'll talk to you all very soon.